All right, my bad, YouTube jits. I started because we're figuring out some new things with the Discord. We're doing it on trading on Discord now, not on Zoom anymore. Too many people sending that damn link. But anyways, we'll go over our daily bias on the S&P. Obviously still bullish on here. We're bullish on the 4-hour. Broke structure back to the upside after this quick little breakdown. We swept this 4-hour low. However, we're in a downtrend on the hourly. And I was saying I would be willing to flip my bias if we get 15-minute high formed and then a close above. That's when I would be looking for a trade to enter, right? If this ends up being a bearish candle and then we get a closure above, then I would be looking to look for buys. Or even if this thing gets closed above, I would be looking for buys on the S&P. Okay, that's kind of what I see. And if we don't get that, if price just wants to continue down to the downside here, then I just won't trade it because our daily bias and our 4-hour bias, like this 4-hour candle won't close for another 3.5 hours, and we won't be on the charts that long to see it, whether or not it wants to close underneath here. So ideally, we see just like a 15-minute change in structure, and then we can start targeting these areas. And if it doesn't happen, then we won't even bother. GU, I don't even want to play with this because we're really overbought on the daily time frame. And the 4 hours kind of just been messing around as it does when it's in a downtrend or like kind of trying to retrace on down. So I mean, I don't even want to bother with this. We're retracing on the daily right now. We swept this liquidity up here, but we're kind of given little to no price action on this, so on like lower time frame. So I don't even want to mess with that. GJ could give us something nice. As we know, we're bearish on the daily, still bearish on the weekly down into these equilibrium areas that we marked out. And as we can see, it's reacting off this bearish order block right now. So ideally, we're looking for shorts on this. This would be a great time to, start looking for some shorts. We have, boom, this leg up, followed by this leg down, pretty much being a order block right here. We can kind of scale in, see if there's anything else here. Not really. We do have these London session highs. We have these London session highs right here. Hopefully we can just sweep this London low, break structure on up, take out these London highs, and then fall. But I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I honestly think we just bonk our way into hourly equilibrium, and then I'm looking for shorts, bro. Like get like a closure on the 5-minute right up in here, because technically, this move on up here is an order block, right? Because we broke structure to the upside and then boom, collapsed on down. All right, so I'm kind of looking for that, or just taking out the pre-market New York highs would be pretty solid as well, or even these highs. But we'll see what we get a reaction off of. I really want to short this thing down into the DM, okay, into this area. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Like we had, boom, this leg on up, small leg down, small leg up, small leg down. We're waiting to break. Once we can get underneath this liquidity and start taking out this liquidity, it's just going to be flood, flood, flood. Because we took out, boom, boom, here, tapped into this daily order block, all within here. And we just got that 4-hour break right here. So I'm really trying to see some downwards movement during this New York session, which opens in like 5 minutes. So GJ is a solid one that we could get a move on. Not going to be looking at GU. Let's look at gold now. Gold kind of been ripping. Again, remember, we have to stay bullish when the daily is telling us bulls. We don't want to, remember, we were saying this. Yes, the weekly is telling us bears. That don't matter because the daily is telling us bulls, okay? So we're going off what the daily is going to say. until we break structure to the downside on the daily and continue that and show continuation on the weekly. But for now, we're playing what the daily's saying. Okay, daily kind of chopped on down. Boom, we broke out of that. Little boom, downtrend for a sec. Okay, we broke structure to the upside. All right, what would I ideally want out of gold? I mean, I would personally want this order block to come in and get hit. Get rid of this daily imbalance real quick. I would personally want to see, sure, yeah, London highs taken out, come into this daily, or sorry, come into this hourly type order block that caused this rally up, that caused the break of structure to the upside. And then cool, we can keep targeting areas of liquidity. Liquidity here, liquidity up here, liquidity up here. Odds are, based on what this looks like, it looks like we're going after some of these weekly highs. It looks like we're trying to grab weekly highs. We already grabbed one of them right here. It looks like we're about to match these weekly highs. And maybe this is the continuation on the monthly. Because look here, we have, boom, uptrend on the monthly, but downtrend on the weekly. Right? We already tapped into monthly equilibrium. If we get a closure above the weekly time frame, then cool, we can flip our weekly bias to bullish. And then that's in line with our monthly bias. Cool. Now we're catching some big dog trades. All right. So that's what I kind of want to see out of gold. I want to see it fall back into this area of accumulation. I don't know how likely that's going to be. But we'll still mark it out. We have these London session lows that we had already tapped into. And that honestly might have been the play. In the AM, it honestly looks like it, man. This boom to the downside, break to the upside. Yeah, that could have been it. But either way, we'll see if we can get price to come back on down in here. And if not, it's all right because we have GJ priming for something good. And hopefully we get a little high being made on the S&P, so we can start looking for some buys if we break structure back to the upside on the 15. All right, I'll keep you guys updated with what trade we take, and then we'll go from there. All right. All right, boys. So we're getting later into the night, so I figured I would kind of wrap this up since this is technically considered a boot camp video. But as you can see, this was the trade that we took. It was a GJ trade. Again, our bias was to the downside on the daily, right? We broke structure to the downside right here. We tapped into this daily order block. All right, and on the 4 hour, we had highs resting above here. All right, and on the 1 hour, we had these London session highs and these Asian session highs. Okay, this was literally just copy and paste TJR fucking Forex strat. All right, like this was pinpoint TJR Forex strat. Okay, we just took out these London highs, took out these Asian session highs. All right, chop on down to the 5 minute. We had a break of structure here, but we actually entered off the 1 minute. All right, because I loved the movement that we seen from it. Okay, so we came up here, boom, boom, and then we got the break with this candle. All right, that's what we entered off of. First take profit was based off this order block right here. As we can see, we hit it and we got some boom, move up. We took out these New York highs, boom, during Asian session and had a quick little move down. So that leads me to believe that this thing's going to go lower and lower. Again, this is literally TJR Forex strat. Where's Asian session open? Boom, bro. Right here, right? We come up into these New York highs. If we get a break of the 5 minute, boom. This thing will continue lower, probably target New York lows, previous London session lows. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're at so far. After take profit 1 got hit, I took off 50% of the position. My stops at break even all the way up here. And I made like 19 bands off the position that I closed. Right now I'm probably floating at like, I don't know, like 10 or whatever. I can check right now. Yeah, we're floating at around 13K right now. And yeah, so that's what we're chilling at. I'll do like an updated video on this if this gives us like absurd take profits, and we can cover the whole trade and go over how much I made off of it. But right now, we're just chilling in profit, seeing if this hits more take profits. But yeah, that's the trade recap and bootcamp video for y'all today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.